Hey everybody. Hey, Sarah. What's going on? Whew, man. How you doing, Sarah? You doing all right? Yeah. Girl. Well, we're here today to talk about missing kids. We ain't gonna be here long. Not long. Not long. Whew. Mm. Yeah. Not long. What's Sarah say? Oh, shoot. I'm good, Sarah. Not too long. Open my eyes up, as you know. You know me. I find it being pop my eyes open, bling, and everything. Man, I thought I turned my air on, but then again, feel like I didn't. I'm gonna have to go look. Let's make sure. It's still hot. I'm hot. Anyway, yeah. But today we're gonna talk about missing kids, y'all. Missing kids. You know, they getting snatched every day. There is no a lot of places there's not Amber Alerts been put in place. A lot of people just come up missing, not just kids. Let me just make this clear. Kids are not the only one missing, okay? They're not. They are not the only kids that's missing. They're not the only ones missing. People are missing as well. So, when they have the National Center for Missing Exploited Children. Also, they got those people. Also, they will help you with when you missing kids. When your kids is missing, they are also there to help. You have the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They got people to help you. They got different they do have different organizations. As I started looking into it, they got different organizations that's put in place for missing kids. I mean, one time or another, I was gonna do missing kids, but that we ain't gonna talk about that. But we know how they went, right? Right. They're saying the NCMEC is the nation's largest and most influential child protection organization. And so they lead to fight to protect children, and give them resources and things of that sort as well. Also, the U.S. Marshals support for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, also mission to protect children for victimized by providing information with them as well. And you also got the GSA, Missing Children Alert. They don't have many. The Amber, like I said earlier, the Amber Alert, they don't go off like they're supposed to go off. The Amber Alerts did not go off like they're supposed to. Also, they don't go off like they're supposed to. In my area, they might go off even here and there, but they don't go off constantly. They don't do that. Now where I'm at, excuse me. They don't do that where I'm at. I don't know about nobody else, but not where I am. Yeah, they man, do they need a lot? They do. They need a lot of updates. They do. And then people be getting mad and say different things. But let me just say this: the system only could do so much. They don't, Sarah. The system only could do so much. So that's when we got to put ourselves in that place to help reach out to other people. The system, like I said, the system only can do so. The system only do so much. That's it. That's it. I wonder why. I wonder why. That's crazy. Um, that's crazy, Sarah. I don't believe that. What? Not at all. It don't go off, or I mean, I know it. How could that be? And I know it, but the way people are missing in California don't have a. They're not setting the alarm, sending the sound off for the kids, the alert system off for the kids. That's crazy right there. I can't. Wow, Sarah. I mean, yeah, I know y'all need a system up there. Have it in a way. Really? Oh wow. That's crazy. You know, they got, man. I wonder why I don't go off that much, Sarah. Cause you know what? When I look, I be finding different things as you talk about it, as you say that now, Sarah. Hi, Cassandra. As you say that now, Sarah. When I was getting kids, and as I be getting kids and posting on my community wall, I don't be seeing nothing about missing kids. I don't be seeing nothing about California. Yeah, I don't. I'm just thinking. I don't see nothing too much about. I don't see California listed when I be doing missing kids. I wonder why. That's crazy. They're saying that 1 out of every 10,000 missing children is not found alive. Luckily, not alive. Then also, recovering missing children in the U.S. alive is extremely high. And the fact that studies found that 99.8% of missing children come from home, somewhere located, while others would return home alive. So the rate is very high, 99.8. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, you right, Sarah. When you see missing kids missing, and you, on Facebook or whatever, they may have listed of kids missing, whatever might come in the timeline. Do you ever see any from California? I don't see enough California. So California, and I'm serious, I don't remember at all. I'm just sitting here trying to think, have I ever put a kid on there for California? And I have not. I have not. They're saying that it is estimated 2,300 children are missing every day in the United States. Also, children can become missing for many reasons. I feel like when kids come missing like that, I feel like the little bitty, the small children. I feel they other parent being got them, or their mom being came and collected them, or something like that. That's how I feel, man. Anyway, let's get started, girl. What's going on, Pap? Pap. Yeah, you had a birthday, girl. Yeah, what you do for your birthday? I hope you enjoyed it and everything. Let's get started, y'all.
I know they took their boots. That's pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack, with dinosaurs on them. Lily had her backpack with white, and it was white with strawberries on it. I imagine now, if they're in the woods, that it'd be probably brown, but I don't see them carrying their backpack. I don't see them keeping a pull-up one for that long after it got soaked from the very first day. We only found the 2 boot tracks outside of the house.
Whereabouts?
Right beside the house, probably 10 feet away from the backyard.
In the backyard, okay.
Nothing new, other than the helicopters are still in the air, and they had dogs. They took around the dogs today, and as of last night, they had 8 more drones going on in infrared. I urge the public to come out if you have anything, come out as fast as possible and get it to any detachment or any police service that you have available to get to talk to. And Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, anything like that. But Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack, bugs. They're like best friends, not just brother and sister.
I'm just staying as hopeful as possible. I want them home. I want to hold them. And I want them home.
Pep said she didn't do anything for her birthday. Got her little rest. I know that's right, baby. I know what you mean. Y'all, when kids that little come up missing, y'all, do y'all think it'd be a foul play as far as the mom and dad? When kids that small come up missing? Because they supposed to be in parent care at that age, right? That's how I feel. Why a kid that little come up missing? They got two of them. Little Jack and little Lily. May 2nd, 2025. That's crazy. I don't understand how kids come. Not that small kind of kids, I don't. People don't lock their damn doors. Don't pay kids no attention. Let me go on before I start preaching.
A child is still missing. And your share should be the reason why Curlia Edwin is returned back to her family. New York City residents. We have another one of our babies that's missing. Curlia is 5'2". She weighs 115 pounds. She's from the Brooklyn, New York area. She is 14 years old. Her hair is black. Her eyes is brown. The family is currently working with the 71st Precinct and feels like they're not getting enough support. According to the mom, Trisha, she stated that Curlia doesn't even have a phone, but she's seen activity on her Instagram. This is our duty to help this family bring their baby back to their home. So I need everyone to repost this, comment, and save this post to get TikTok working. We need this family to get Curlia back under their care. If you have any information, please get in contact with the mom, Trisha, at 646-340-7211 or NYPD, the 71st Precinct. I've attempted to make contact too as well via email. I'm still waiting for an update. Let's get TikTok working because every second counts.
Wow. So my thing is it important now for kids to have cell phones? Is it that, even if you have a cell phone, sometimes you can't even, you can't, when you get pulled, somebody pull you up off the street or pull you from whatever you're missing, a cell phone, you can't do nothing with a cell phone. They're saying most missing children are found within a short period and many are returned home safely. But however, some children remain missing for extended periods of time. And some of them were never found. They're saying that a significant portion of missing children cases involve parental abductions, like I just said, where children is taken by a parent without the parents' consent, other parents' consent. And others may be, contributing to missing children cases, including runaways, wandering off, or abduction by strangers. Now, I've seen a lot of runaways. I posted a lot of runaways. And I have posted a lot of missing kids, but I have posted a lot of runaway children. I really have. I have. Let's check this out.
Why is nobody talking about the fact that there is 56 kids, teenagers, black teenagers that have vanished? 56. As of today, there are 56 kids in New York, Rochester, Harlem, Manhattan, all over that are missing. And nobody's talking about it. America's not talking about it. The fact that our kids are vanishing. And this is why I say it's very important to pray over your child before you let your child walk out that house, and continue to pray over your kids, because something is going on in America that nobody is speaking about. And being a mother, and a black mother at that, let my kid go missing, I will shake heaven and earth. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. But y'all, we got to stay prayed up out here, because these kids vanishing and nobody's talking about it. That's not weird. Like kids just disappearing now. And it's, oh, okay. No, we need to shed light on this situation. We need to come together as a community and figure out where these kids is going, what's happening, because these kids is disappearing. You need to make sure you're monitoring what your kids are watching on YouTube, monitoring Roblox, monitoring them gaming systems that they're on, because those are a lot of places that kids end up meeting up with people, thinking that they're friends, and there'll be freaking people trafficking them and stuff. Like, no, we need to do better. As a community, we need to come together and figure this out, because this is crazy. Nobody's talking about it. America is going quiet, but it's 56 kids. But in New York City, or in New York State, period. And I think some in Virginia that has just vanished, missing. Black kids, Latino kids. What's up?
Oh no, New York. I didn't see many for New York. I didn't see many. I might have saw one or two for New York. But right now they're saying at the top of the list of being the highest kidnapping state is Texas. Reflect on the high number of children abduction and school shootings is in Texas. There were over 2,700 kidnapping involving children committed in the last 5 years, y'all. 2,700 kidnapping involving children committed in the last 5 years. And there are estimated 378 open and missing children cases in the state of Texas. Oh, we ain't doing good in Texas. Texas, boy, y'all ain't doing good. Texas. But you know what? Texas, the alarms do go off in Texas. Don't get me wrong. The alarms go off in Texas. They do. They go off in Texas. And one while they had stopped going off. I didn't hear nothing for a long time. A long time. They had did a study and found that Texas is the most dangerous state for children to live in. What you say? That they're saying to a study, Texas is the most dangerous state for children to live in. God, dog. Well, I'm just learning something right by now. The 10 dangerous states for children is number 1 is Texas. Number 2 is Florida. 3 is California. I don't hear nothing about California. 4 is Tennessee. 5 is Georgia. I heard about Georgia. Colorado is 6. 7 is Alaska. Alaska, I haven't heard about Alaska. Utah is number 8. North Dakota, I haven't found anybody in North Dakota or Utah or Alaska. And 10 is Arkansas. Those are the those are the states that got high ranking of missing kids. But it said Texas is dangerous. Oh my God. I just couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe it. And children under the ages are most frequently targeted for family abductions, and these often occur in mindset of bitter divorces or children custody battles between the parents. And I believe that. Mm-hmm. When kids like that small missing, even the parents did something to them, or they've been abducted by a family member. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. I really do. Let's go to this next one. Golly. Thank you, Sarah, for dropping the links. I sure appreciate it, Queen.
I feel in my heart that she's still very well alive. It affects me a lot. You know, I think about her every day.
Relisha Rudd disappeared when she was only 8 years old, when she was staying in a D.C. homeless shelter with her family. She was reported missing on March 19, 2014, 18 days after she was last seen, with her accused abductor, 51-year-old Khalil Tatum, a janitor at the homeless shelter her family lived at. This is surveillance of Relisha and Tatum walking the halls and entering a room at a hotel in Northeast, the last known sighting of Relisha. Shortly after Relisha disappeared, Tatum's wife was found murdered. Then Tatum died of apparent suicide before police could question him.
This new age progression photo from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children shows what Relisha might look like now at the age of 18.
Oh, she's a pretty girl now. Oh, wow. Wow, she's pretty. Yeah, they also have a missing and abduction children and child crime prevention and safety center as well, y'all. They have that as well. They said a lot of kids are reported missing due to, like I said, variety, like I said, runaways, the parents' abduction, things like that. You know, if the parents are taking them, snatching them up, and they tell you that the kid ain't even supposed to be with you. You know what I mean? The kid is not supposed to even be with you. They said many children run away due to family issues at home, such as conflict, substance abuse, or mental health problems, and among parents. And they say there's also going to be peer pressure. Peer pressure, a significant portion of runaways, but the runaways are influenced by peers to leave home. And then you got the drugs or alcohol abuse. Some children run away as a result of their own substance use to that of their family members. Golly, that's crazy. And sometimes you might have, communication problems. Communication problems. When kids get older and they leave home, there might be communication problems. A misunderstanding about where a child's supposed to be and could lead of them being reported missing. You know what I'm saying? And you got the runaways being ran away for a short period of time, and then return back home afterwards. And then when you get the family members who take them, in some cases, a child is taken by a family member with intent or of keeping them or concealing them from law enforcement or child protective service. That's crazy. And sometimes you got children missing from foster or state care too as well. Man. And then you got the strangers, they're taking a child to select as a ransom or illegal adoption proposed. I mean, ransom. People ain't got no money nowadays for kids for ransom. That's crazy. Ransom, y'all. Ransom. Who got money for ransom nowadays for a kid? Nobody. No, nobody. I'm gonna say it again. Nobody has money for a child that's missing. Come on, why you gotta pay money for your child? That's your child. Let me go on to the next one. This was crazy. Let me see. Oh, okay.
Not the left versus the right, it's what is wrong and what is right. We've got to stand up and fight for our children.
Oh, that was short, wasn't it? Yeah, my bad. Cute little girl. I know it's gonna be short, y'all. My bad. That's short.
The Fayette County Sheriff's Office is actively interviewing possible witnesses,
It's a
family,
stream,
and
y'all.
friends of this missing 1-year-old, Caleb Rowan Collins.
According to the Fayette County Sheriff's Office, the little boy has been missing since early September.
Crash on County Road 73. 40-year-old Stephen Collins and 2-year-old Riley Collins were killed in the crash. The mother, Wendy Bailey, is in the hospital with critical injuries. On December 9th, family reported 1-year-old Caleb Rowan Collins was missing. 8 days later, the sheriff's office issued an emergency child alert for the 1-year-old. Police say he was last seen in Winfield on September 4th.
Sad and hurtful. I wish I could find the kid and hope like everything he's alive.
Rodney Kane, Walker County Solid Waste Department director, says law enforcement were at the landfill today looking for answers. Kane says the mother was employed by the landfill. Anyone with any information about this missing 1-year-old is asked to contact the Fayette County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, a baby that small, y'all. A baby that small. The mama or daddy gotta be and get the baby. One or two. One of the two. That baby's small. That's small pudding.
Imagine somebody in your family being missing for 5 years and then a weird Facebook post pops up advertising their labor. That is exactly what happened to Carquita Taylor. A Texas woman posted a photo with Carquita saying she has been a big help to our house for the past 3 months. She washes windows, floors, dishes, she shampoos rugs, mows lawns and clears bushes. She is a willing worker. Contact us if you are in the Medina area and are in need of help. Social media users saw this and instantly went into a frenzy. Sister took to social media to say, my sister has been missing for 5 years. Today my family finds this. It's bossy and bougie. She has a degree. She was a home buyer and worked for Good Humor Briars for 12 years. Sister, I'm happy to see you are alive, but I don't know, this picture looks rather like an auction, or are you self-employed? I'm too pro-black for this. Get out movie. I want to say something happened to her eye in her hand. God help me. Put it on her heart to come home. I love you. Was somebody even reaching out and contacting Carquita, asking her if she was okay?
Yeah. So you said you all right, right?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
And who this I'm speaking with? I'm trying to let Facebook know.
You on Facebook, Carquita?
She did confirm that she was okay, and she said she was just doing that trying to save up some money.
I get a little extra cash.
You talking about Miss Ada, right?
Yeah, here, there.
Yeah, they were trying to say you were a slave. We just had to clear that up.
Seriously.
Even went on to send a photo of herself to the person who reached out to let them know she was okay. In addition to that, the sister received photos outside of the home that Carquita was allegedly cleaning. As yes, that look a mess. My sister was mixed up on church before this, and it's definitely giving cult vibes. I see they won't even respond back to no comments. Somebody even reached out to Carquita directly asking her about the Facebook post. They says, why does everything seem so strange? She says, you talking about that photo? I don't know. I don't really give a F-U-C-K. I'm just looking for some small job so I can save some cash. Because yes, it looks like you're an enslaved person, like some Get Out movie stuff. You ever seen that movie? She says, let's be serious, enslaved person talk? Really though? Now Carquita definitely confirmed she was okay physically, but she never addressed those CULT rumors. I'm curious to know what you guys think regarding this. This woman definitely does not see anything wrong with what she is doing. She seems like she is just living her life. I want to know y'all thoughts regarding this. Let me know down in the comments, y'all. Peace.
So I'm kind of confused. So that means she not missing? So she just walked away from home? She been missing all these years? So they trying to let me think, they trying to make us think that she just walked away from home. But then they reported she right. She all right. Right, Sarah. Now they reporting that she's all right. She's not missing. So and she working for somebody, and they mess around and put a post up about her working. Then she was found like that, and then a man called and asked her, "Was she all right?" She said, "Yeah, she was all right." She just trying to get. They said she's trying to get a little extra money for some jobs. But my thing is, why not tell somebody that you're not missing? Then isn't that strange? I don't know. That kind of got me on that one. I don't know. I don't know. What y'all think? What you think? I don't know. I don't know. Let me go up here. Let's see here. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. This is Elijah Malone. He is missing from Jackson, Tennessee. He's 17 years old. He's biracial. He's 5'5", 204, 204 pounds. Brown hair, brown eyes. If you got any information about Mr. Malone, call the Jackson Police at 731-428-400. Again, 731-425-8400. Or call TBI at 1-800-TBI-FINE as well. This is Caden Dyes. He's been missing since April 22nd of 2025. He was 17 years old, Caucasian. They say he's 6 foot tall, 139 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Man, how a person that tall become a missing? If you got information, call the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department at 615-862-8600. And they also have a TBI, 1-800-TBI-FINE. So let's find Mr. Caden Dyes and Mr. Elijah Malone. Yeah, right, Sarah. Did somebody write about that, huh, Sarah? Somebody write about that. Somebody write about that. Somebody write. Here we have Kennedy Showers. She was last seen May the 5th in the 6200 block of Emerald Drive, wearing a red top and black shorts. If you have any information about her, call 312-747-8380 or 911 if you see her as well. We have Caden. If everybody named Matthew, Caden, huh? We have Kay Matthews. This is Kay Matthews, Kiara. Caden is from Oklahoma City, and he is 16 years old. He's been missing since May 2nd, 2025. You can call the Oklahoma Police Department at 405-231-2121, or you can call the Missing Exploited Children, which is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That number would be 800-843-5678 for him as well. Yeah, he's missing, y'all. Bless his heart. There's too many of our babies missing. For what reason? I don't know. This is Hillary Tays. Hillary Tays. She's last seen in West Elmwood, Winnipeg, Manitoba. I don't know where that said. Don't even ask me. But if you have any information about this person, call 204-986-6250. And the Winnipeg Crime Stoppers at 204-786-8477, y'all. Yeah. And here we have let's see. What is her name? I don't know what she's missing from Psych Seeker Nation. AB, never heard of. She's 11 years old, 6'2", 88 pounds, with British blonde hair. Her name is Clarice McMaster. That's the baby's name. Yeah, y'all call it the Crime Stoppers 1-800-222-TIPS. The tips will be 8477. And also the number you can call is 143. The number you can call is 437343923. For Clarice McMaster. She's a little angel. She's 11 years old with her pretty reddish blonde hair, y'all. Man, it's a lot of people missing, y'all. A lot of people just babies. Our babies missing. Let's see. This one here's short too. This is 14 seconds. That was Aiden Brandon James. I got a considered picture, y'all. I didn't realize it was short. Let's check this one out.
Now, you guys, there's a very strange story that is developing in Nova Scotia. 6-year-old Lily and 4-year-old Jack are siblings that are missing. And Lily and Jack's mother and stepfather, they're saying that...
Okay, y'all. This is some of the little boy I said was missing a while ago. I'm trying to figure out how they come missing. Check it out.
Now, you guys, there's a very strange story that is developing in Nova Scotia. 6-year-old Lily and 4-year-old Jack are siblings that are missing. And Lily and Jack's mother and stepfather, they're saying that they wandered away from their home on Friday. Now, y'all, since Friday, there has been a wide-scale search for these two kids. But there has been no sign of either of them anywhere. But y'all, now that these kids have been missing for 4 days, everybody is starting to look at the parents. So the story that the parents are telling is they were at the home on Friday and mom and dad, they were in the bedroom with the infant. So y'all, while they're in the bedroom, they're saying that at some point in time, Lily and Jack must have slipped out a sliding door. So from what they're saying, the sliding door is kind of quiet and they didn't hear them actually go outside.
I want them home. What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep, and they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them, and they happen to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens, and they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time, and the next thing we knew, it was quiet. And we get up and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call.
So the part that people actually find strange is the fact that the mother is saying that they were outside playing. But how would you know that they were outside playing if you didn't even hear them go outside? Let's remember, she said that they were inside playing. She heard them inside playing, but at some point it got quiet inside. She also said that she dozed off. So I'm guessing after she woke back up, she noticed that it was quiet inside. So I'm guessing after she checks around the house, she notices that they are gone. So listen to the mom's version of events when she says they look for the kids.
Instantly, we're looking outside, we're looking everywhere, yelling for them, and I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call.
Now, notice in that interview, she never said that the dad got inside of the car and drove around looking for the kids. She's saying that when she went out, yelled for the kids, and noticed that they wasn't there, she instantly called police. But listen to what the stepdad said happened.
Friday morning, when we noticed that the children were gone, immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could.
Now, y'all, let me say this. They might be nervous. They might not be recalling all the facts as they happened, because this is a really, really crazy situation that you don't expect to happen to you. So I see a lot of people beating the parents down, saying that something isn't adding up. Some people even compared them to Chris Watts.
But I don't know, y'all. I really want to wait until more information comes out because I'm just really not getting a feeling right now about them. Another thing I want to point out is sometimes when parents feel like they're at fault, or they feel like, okay, if I hadn't fell asleep, or if I had been watching them better, then this wouldn't have happened. Sometimes they will leave out certain details so it won't look like they did something wrong. So mom could be leaving out certain things just so she doesn't look guilty, but it's making her look more guilty. Now, y'all, another thing is apparently the parents told people that the kids had autism. It was being said that the kids didn't talk a lot, but then mom ends up switching up and saying that the kids are very talkative and they will talk your ear off.
They talk to anyone. They'll talk your ear off. They will speak to anyone in a store. Everyone.
Now, like I said before, Lily and Jack have been missing since Friday morning. And the stepdad actually came out and said he wants the search to be expanded. He feels like somebody might have taken the kids. Now, mom hasn't said that, but this is what stepdad is saying. Now, I'm going to keep you guys updated. I know this is in Nova Scotia, but I just think that this case is just really strange. Now, I'm very curious as to you guys' thoughts on this. Do you believe that mom and dad are telling the truth? Or do you believe that there's more to this story and they're not telling it? Now, y'all, it's very rare that I see cases where two kids go missing. And a lot of times when it's more than one child that's missing, there's some type of foul play. Now, the kids could have slipped out that sliding door and somebody could have seen them and taken them. Or y'all, these kids might have never left their house in the first place. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts.
Okay, Sarah. Okay, y'all. Let's go back to that lady who was doing housework for another lady. Sarah said that was strange. Right, Sarah, that was real strange, and it don't make no sense about this story. Right. And just the same thing about this story. It's a lot of hoes. Like Sarah said, it's a lot of hoes missing. So kids that little, she said they were playing outside. Do you think it's something that they not saying? Do you think it's a part that they're missing to tell? You know, I don't see, and I don't see why one of the kids when coming to the room but see they got another baby. They had another baby. They had another baby, and they said two kids, the boy Lily and Jack got autism. Now, how do two kids come missing at one time? I don't understand it. The kids just walked outside. She said they never tell the kid they don't go outside. But did you ever don't you tell your kids don't go outside without an adult with you? When you tell a kid that? Right, they said different things. This would make them look so guilty, Sarah. They saying different things, right? So this is what make them look so guilty. He said one thing, she said another thing. He wanted to extend the search, but she just, you would think that she would say, I want to extend the search, and she should be going crazy. What are dogs at? What are police is at? What are damn horses at? What are the news people at? Where everybody at? Shit, the mom, the nieces, the nephews, the uncles, the sisters, and where they all at? They ain't say nothing about none of them people. And you will show, I mean, man, say, I want to see everything going on. They didn't show everything, and I couldn't find that's the most detailed story I can find about those two kids, and I just wanted to play that.
I feel in my heart that she's still very well alive. It affects.
My bad. But you'll be all right.
This is my son. His name is Caden. He's 17 years old. He ran away from Salem, Oregon on April 29th, 2025. He's listed as a missing person in Oregon. Caden's about 5'7", 150 pounds, brown eyes, short, dark brown hair. I can't force Caden to come home. I can't force Caden to get help right now, but I can share that I am very concerned for Caden's well-being. Caden left without his medication. Caden left the care that he was in, where there was 24-hour around-the-clock care. If you happen to work with the homeless population, with youth on the streets, I just want you to know that this is my child, and there are people who care for him, and he deserves help and support and treatment if he chooses to get that. So that's my child. He's listed with the Salem, Oregon Police Department. I'll put the case number down in the caption. Thank you.
Is everybody named Caden? What's up with the Cadens? We had two earlier, and we got this was the third one. Caden. Who messing with the Cadens? But she said this kid here might need medication, so they let me know that he got some kind of problems, and then he was in some kind of place. He was somewhere in a place, like a home or something like that, and he said he just disappeared. He walked off or something like that, but I don't know. But that's crazy though. That's crazy. But that's a mom who got and made her a TikTok about her child. You know, this is crazy. I hate this. Missing children, y'all. We're talking about the missing children. It's so many. So many.
How y'all doing? Whoa out, baby. This heat wearing me out. Hey, I'm looking for somebody, and I wonder if you seen her. Her name's Cynthia. They call her Silver Fox. Dark skin with white hair. Dark skin with white hair. It's my mama. You ain't seen her. She used to live in the towers, and she been missing since May 13th. So I'm out here searching, trying to find her. She ain't been through here. They say she be sleeping up here in the park.
Hold up. She's
Slim.
Dark skin.
Dark skin.
Right there. On the other side of the tree.
Oh man. Are you kidding me? Oh.
Silver Fox. Silver Fox.
Silver Fox. Huh? Silver Fox. Silver Fox. Silver Fox.
Call the ambulance. She
Mom.
good.
Mom. 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 Mom, why you ain't tell me you was out here, man? Mom. Mom. You sick, Mom. Mom, you sick, man. You sick, Ma. Look how little you is, Ma. Why you ain't call me? Mom, why you ain't call me? Mama. Mom. She been missing. She said, Mom, why you ain't call me? Why you out here like this, Ma?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
My wife found her.
Mom, don't move. Oh my God, Mom, don't move. We're gonna get an ambulance out here. Oh my God. Man, Mom, why you didn't call me, Mom?
I'm scared.
Scared why, Mom? You know I always had your back. Mom, why would you stay out here like this, Mom?
I don't know what to do, Crystal. I don't know what to do.
Mom, man, you got me worried. I done reported you missing to the police. I thought you was dead, Mom. Mom, you look sick as hell. You're like 80 pounds.
That made me get in my feelings. Let me clear my throat. She been missing for 66 days. I thought she was unalive, y'all. That woman said she was scared. That lady said she was scared. Man. Oh, man. That put a little little something in my throat. That made me feel, oh, I felt that. But do y'all think it's a lot of people missing like that? They scared to come back. They're scared to face their family members. They're scared to come, because they've been gone. They left home. Do you think that's why a lot of people ain't been found yet? A lot of people been missing because they scared to go home. But why be scared to go home? Can't nothing happen to you. Can't nothing happen to you. They're gonna be glad that you are found. Go home. People who, if y'all out there, y'all heard me, y'all missing, take y'all asses home. Go home. Go home. Go home. People are worried. Go home. Go home. Go home. Ashamed. Yeah, she was ashamed. Yeah, she was ashamed. On that park bench, her daughter, oh man. When her daughter started crying, I damn near started crying. Dang. They hit me. They hit me. Wow. Let's check this out, y'all. Dang.
If my daughter is watching this right now, I would say, I love you. And come back home to your mother safely and unharmed. And I love you. And when you do return back, and if you do return back unharmed, you will never, ever go with anybody else. You will be next to my side at all times.
They say he's armed, that he's dangerous. He's wanted by the FBI. Khalil Tatum, wanted in connection with the murder of his wife. Wanted in the disappearance of 8-year-old Relisha Rudd.
He bought my daughter a fish tank, but I stopped it there. No more gifts.
DC General needs to be, I don't know, they need to really do a really thorough background check with these workers.
Sources tell News 4 Relisha's mom had allowed Tatum to take Relisha weeks ago, not suspecting he would hurt her.
The minute people saw that beautiful little girl's face, there were people in DC who could think of nothing else except to find out where she was. Her picture was everywhere. Her on every TV story, on telephone poles, on everywhere. Everyone was sharing it on social media. It was the search for her was something that Washingtonians, people from this area who were living here 10 years ago, you say her name, they immediately know what you're talking about.
My relationship with Relisha, it was good. It was like, even though she wasn't my biological child, it was like, it's hard. It's really hard, but it was special in its own way. She was a real sweetheart.
Bring her home! Bring her home!
We can no longer turn a blind eye to this issue of missing people of color around the country. 40% of the missing population are Black and brown people.
It had been almost a month since she had attended classes, but sources tell us this is not the first time officials knew of problems with the little girl's family.
This family was under the supervision of Child and Family Services. So this child should not have gone missing.
Doreen, why was this guy at a DC hotel? And why did he have this little girl with him?
I think as we look at Relisha's story, we can ask ourselves, okay, what other Relishas are out there, and what am I doing to prevent this from happening?
The significance of this section of the Anacostia is that we are directly downstream from Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens. That is where the search for 8-year-old Relisha Rudd has been focused for days.
We have to continue to hold her in our collective hearts and make sure that we do everything that we can do to prevent another child from going through what she did.
The search for Relisha Rudd resumes tomorrow morning.
Relisha's stepfather among those speaking through tears.
I just want my baby back. Yeah, I got hope, but I'm preparing for the worst, but I'm praying for the best. I got hope. My son believes she's alive, and this is coming from her brother.
Relisha.
This is a confusing and disturbing story that spans both the district and Prince George's County. And at the center of it is an 8-year-old girl, with big, beautiful brown eyes. You can see her there.
I remember being called to a scene of a homicide in Prince George's County at a motel in mid-March of that year. And we were told by Prince George's County Police that there was a deceased woman inside there. And through the next days and weeks, we learned this astonishing story of the disappearance of this little 8-year-old girl, Alicia Rudd.
Late this morning, a distraught man, seen here in a red jacket, identified himself to officers as Relicia's father and spoke to them about what was going on.
So when everything hit the fan, that's when I found out that she was really missing. You know, like, it was just in disbelief at that point. Like, she really missing?
Oh my God, your baby. How can you go to sleep?
Shamika told us that she was in Georgia with her teacher.
The family says Relicia's mom always had a reason to explain why the girl wasn't around. Relicia wasn't reported missing until Wednesday, when Payne Elementary School alerted police. Investigators say Relicia may now be with a man named Khalil Tatum, who works at the shelter where Relicia and her mom were living.
I want to know why Shamika telling us so many different stories about the case and not being honest.
My family had their own carpet contract, and we would get work, and we would go in and out of town, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, etc., to do hotels and people houses and Airbnbs and office buildings. You know, we had big contracts, so it would take weeks for us to do the work. So, and around the time this stuff was happening back in DC, I was out of town. So I really didn't know what was going on until I got back home.
Linked to the girl's disappearance, this man, 51-year-old Khalil Tatum, the janitor at the homeless shelter, seen here walking down a hotel corridor with Relicia back on February 26 after police say Relicia's mother gave her daughter to Tatum.
He didn't look like that type of person. He looked like a good person. The way he played with everybody, kids, the way he did his job, it's all in the man's hands above us. And that's one thing that man above us don't play with, is fools and babies. And my 8-year-old daughter, she is a baby.
First, we want to tell you about a neighbor who says if he had known that little girl wasn't supposed to be there, he would have called the police. Tatum's neighbor tells News 4 he's seen the little girl at the apartment building.
I seen the little girl about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. She was coming out the apartment, in and out the apartment with him and this old lady. You know, I haven't seen him since. I ain't seen him since the other day.
Neighbor Maurice Jackson says Tatum implied the girl was his niece and said he and his wife had just returned from some type of resort with the child.
Relicia went to Payne Elementary School, but she hadn't gone to school for weeks. And when officials got suspicious, they say janitor Tatum became Dr. Tatum. March 10th. On or about that day, Khalil Tatum, posing as a doctor, tells a city official that Relicia's not in school because she's sick, that she has some sort of neurological disorder and she's undergoing treatment. The official says, we need some documentation of that. Dr. Tatum said he'd leave the paperwork here at the shelter. March 19th, as the investigation intensified, Khalil Tatum and his wife checked into the Red Roof Inn on Oxon Hill Road. Sources say there's no evidence Relicia was with them at the time. March 20th, Andrea Tatum is found murdered inside that motel room. Mrs. Tatum's family believes she was killed because she tried to protect that little girl.
At this point, we do not know what, if any, type of vehicle Tatum may be driving.
So we utilized all of our resources. We, contacted our team, and we were ready to go to help find and bring her home. And we wanted to amplify her case because we knew that someone knows something, or someone would know something, and we needed to find and bring her home.
We cannot ignore the possibility that he may have killed her.
They had found video of Tatum at a local Home Depot buying a shovel and construction-sized trash bags. And so that led to the search of the Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens.
The man wanted for kidnapping an 8-year-old girl and killing his wife is found dead. Police say Tatum killed himself in the same park where they've been searching for Relisha Rudd for the last 5 days.
You know, subsequently they dragged the Anacostia River near DC General. When they started tearing down DC General, they started unearthing parts of the building that hadn't been searched before, so that there were more searches. So months and even years after her initial disappearance, police were still conducting active searches whenever they got a tip or they had reason to believe that they might be able to find what they ultimately thought would have been her remains. But in the end, they never found any sign of the young girl who remains missing to this day. Social workers were aware of problems with Relisha Rudd and her family well before the 8-year-old girl was reported missing to police. Rudd and her 28-year-old mother had been living in the homeless shelter at the old DC General Hospital for 18 months, along with Rudd's 3 younger brothers, while the 8-year-old girl stopped showing.
I got something to say about that. Why would you let your daughter hang with a total stranger, the damn janitor? The janitor. Out of all people, you let your kid hang with the janitor. Yeah, he unalive her, Sarah. He unalive her. That baby is not alive. He unalive her. She unalive. Yeah, she unalive. He unalive her, baby. She ain't living. Yeah. But what? Why would you let your kid go with a grown man? A grown man. See, that's I can't wait to do the story Tuesday. Pep, I hope you be available Tuesday to hit the panel. I'm talking about that little girl named, they call Miss Shirley. I want to talk about that. And you got grandbabies. I'm gonna need your output. But my thing is this right here. What fool let your baby go with a janitor? Not only that, people they need help. Not only that, she been at this place, y'all, for 18 months. Maybe she there and she also had some brothers. So maybe she was there because she was trying to get her somewhere to stay. You know, sometimes you stay in a place that's shelter like that for so long, they end up finding you somewhere to stay. They even get you somewhere to stay for a whole year for free. They get you furniture and things like that. So maybe that's why she was there for the whole 18 months. But I don't care if it was a goddamn day. There's nowhere in the world my daughter would be going nowhere with no man like that, be interacting with no man. He can get close to her, where he can pull her to the side and pull her away from me and her brothers. And now my thing is in the background, you see aunts back in the background, aunties, whatever, crying, or something they were saying. My thing is, where were y'all at when she needed somewhere to stay? See, family members have a lot to say when things happen, but where were you at when a person really need you? I hope they find it, baby, but I don't think it's possible. I don't think they're gonna find her. I don't see it.
A toddler cracked a missing persons case during playtime. It happened in the Georgia backyard of little Ethan Moore, where he and his mom Brittany were playing with bubbles. Ethan and the family dog chased some of the bubbles to the back fence, and that's where something else caught the child's attention.
And I went over there and I was like, "What do you see, buddy?" And he pointed and he said, "Feet." If you get on his level, then you can look through. You can see some of the broken stick, and that's where she was laying.
She was 82-year-old Nina Lipscomb, who had been missing for a few days after she walked away from a home where she was visiting family nearby. Nina's daughter was relieved to hear her mother had been found alive.
We pulled out every resource that we thought we needed, but it was a little boy, and she's very fond of children.
Nina suffers from early onset Alzheimer's, and her daughter says she left the house to look for her sister, who recently passed away.
Growing up, they lived on Glacier Road, which is right around the corner.
After she returned home, Nina and Ethan got the chance to meet each other. Two people whose lives connected in an extraordinary way.
Angel to angel.
But that was a blessing. Hey man, she was found. Thanks to her little baby. On her level. She was on his level. Get on my level. Get on my level. Yeah, Pap, especially a non-family member. Yes. Yeah, man, say it's a lot go on. But I can't wait to Tuesday. Man, I can't wait. Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. It goes without saying that once someone goes missing, the sooner authorities are notified, the better. When it comes to people with dementia, or if they're found within the first 24 hours, there is a 95% chance they will be found alive. If 24 hours passes, the percentage drops to 77%. Dang. After 24 hours, 77%. And Texas is the worst doggone one. Texas got the highest count for missing kids. Oh my God. And I believe it. I read some the other day somebody came up missing here in Texas. I'm like, right around the corner. I'm like, it was a young boy. It was a young Hispanic boy. Yeah. Come missing. They snatched him. I don't think ISIS got him. I think they snatched him up.
Help. Do you need help? Help. All right.
In Paris, a 15-year-old girl who had disappeared for a year has been found in the apartment. Here's what happened. This Friday, February 7th, around 8 p.m., a resident living in a building in the 17th arrondissement of Paris saw through his window the people who were in the room and a young girl who asked for help on a balcony next door. He then contacted the police, who immediately went upstairs. By ringing the door, two young men opened the door, and that's when, inside, the police discovered a 15-year-old girl locked up in a room. She was covered with bruises on her back, in arms, and was in shock. According to the investigation, the victim had actually disappeared for more than a year. She had fled from her home in December 2023, and since then, her relatives had no signs of life. The 15-year-old girl explained to the police that for 4 weeks she had been forced to prostitute herself and that the two young men in the apartment belonged to a network of prostitutes. The latter seduced her, beat her, and took the money she earned. That evening, she took advantage of the arrival of other men to take refuge on the balcony and call for help. Interposed, the two suspects were therefore placed in custody for proxenitis.
Kids will quit running their ass away from home. They tied her up. They had her in the room. They gonna hide her for a long time. They make her do things that she didn't even want to do. Man, I got a short video here. She's missing too. Wow. That's crazy. That's why I remember a while back, my phone used to go off in the middle of the night. Amber alert. I be like, take that kid back. Take it back. You know. I don't see how people don't watch their kids. You know, when I was growing up, I guess when I was growing up, they once where I was growing up at. They weren't snatching no damn kids where I was at. Where I was at when I in my little country town, we didn't hear about nobody chillins. I said it right. Chillins come up missing. We didn't hear nothing about that in the country down there. Everybody's at home. Down in the country, you was able to go play. Go outside somewhere and play. Our mama didn't know where we was. I might be about 5 blocks from the house. And my mama at home. Because I had to go outside and play. But back then, they didn't take kids back then. They weren't snatching where like I said, where I'm from. They weren't taking nobody kids down there in Arkansas, down in the country. They didn't want nobody else's kids. And basically, almost everybody knew everybody. You know, You got Arkansas High, you got Liberty Ilo, you got Arkansas High and Liberty Ilo. Yeah. You going to either or school. And we didn't they weren't doing that like that down there where I'm from. Taking nobody else's kids. They didn't want nobody else's kids. Take that kid back. That kid don't belong to you. We didn't want nobody else's kids. They didn't want nobody else's kids. And myself, I'm not gonna have nobody kid in my house. Knowing their mom don't know where they at. Well, mom can't such spend the night tonight. Not knowing the parent don't know that they such and such done left home and mama don't know where they at. You say, yeah, they can spend the night. And then if they spend another night and another night. See what I'm saying? The mama and the dad don't know where the kid is. And then you not knowing that the kid ain't supposed to be there at your house. The kid is being reported missing. That's why it's always have a consent of the parent that you talk to the parent. But my mama said I can spend the night. No, baby. Your mama I got to hear from your mama. Your mama got to tell me that you can spend the night. That way I won't know you going to be reported missing, done been snatched up. So let your mama tell me that. Let me call your mama and let me ask your mama, is it okay? Call your mama while you here in my house and see if you okay if you spend the night. Because kids come reported missing like that too. They don't know their kid is kids. But can I spend the night? Can I spend the night at your house? You say yeah. And within 24 hours, a report them been put out, the kid missing, and the whole time kid at a friend's house hanging out on the cut, kicking it. And the parents didn't even know that the mama out there looking for the kid because the parent didn't even get the consent. That the kid didn't even get the consent from the parent if they can come over there and chill. That's crazy. Genesis rare breed. We know what to do in case of dirty fight and scream. Yeah, right. Well, the stranger danger. They don't do that stuff no more for little kids, stranger danger. And you tell them the programs in class in schools too for little kids, pal. The stranger danger classes in school, they ain't got that stuff no more. Man, you right. We knew what to do. We sure did. He said we fight and scream. I know that's right. But y'all, do y'all think it ever be anything done about anything for missing kids? I don't think it'd be nothing done. Missing kids been going on for years. I feel like all thing we can do is put awareness out, show their faces, keep them talked about, keep the news on it, keep the news on it, keep going back to the cold cases, keep going back to the cases and stuff like that. Other than that, there ain't nothing you can do unless you know who the person is and tell it. You don't know. And you just never know. That man said he thought that little girl, he said that little girl, they just came back from out of town. The janitor just came back from out of town. The little girl was with them. The man said he didn't know. Like, people don't know. And the little girl probably know what to say. She didn't know what to do. Man, I tell you what, to take your babies at all times, y'all. Says she know what to do. She knew what to do. I know that's right, Sarah. I know that's right. Like Pepper says, we kick and scream and holler. But anyway, y'all, that concludes my missing kids. But y'all, come back on Tuesday, y'all. I really got to discuss this. It's been so much diversity about this Shirley, Miss Little Shirley, Miss Little Boots on the Ground. It's a lot of controversy out there going on. It's a lot of talk. So let's talk about this on Tuesday about Miss Social Media Boots on the Grounds, about how this baby became so famous, how she's so loved. She's a curious little thing she could be. She really is. But y'all, I ain't gonna say too much on, but we be back on Tuesday, y'all. Talk about that on Tuesday, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to That Boy DC and Hood Talk. Subscribe to CK, Ladies of Generations. We got 38 subscribers, so we need about a few more subscribers over there on that page, and That Boy DC. And also check out my reaction videos. I've been laughing and cutting up. I hope y'all get a laugh on too, because I've been laughing. This last one I did, I hadn't posted yet, but I'm gonna get a chance to post it. But anyway, shoot, Pep, I got to get with you, so we're gonna July is coming up soon. So we gotta get together about this picnic out there in Arlington. And I also, girl, I'll be in Arlington next Saturday. So hopefully I get to see you Saturday when I come out there. Okay, I will. I'll be at the Saturday for graduation. So hopefully when I come out there, I get to come out and holler at you some if you ain't working on Saturday. So you might be at work, because I think the graduation start at 2:30, I think my sister said. My niece is graduating, yeah, so I'm gonna get a chance to come out there. But yeah, we got to get a chance to talk, because I really want to do this thing for the picnic for July the 14th, but the 14th is on a Monday, so that Sunday's the 13th, so I'm gonna get with you. But anyway, y'all, shoot, we could get up out of here. I don't think it's nothing I want to say, but all I want to say is, what y'all think about the Diddy case? Diddy done got hung, y'all. Cassie nasty. Oh, Cassie, you a nasty girl. You nasty. And what get me is people trying to downplay on what this man has done and all the things they trying to downplay it, y'all. They trying to downplay. They trying to downplay it. Oh, y'all live too. So you be at home. Okay, when I come out that way, I'ma call you as soon as I hit my feet hit the ground Saturday out there in Arlington. I sure am. But y'all, this Diddy case is so messy, y'all. Cassie is a nasty girl. Do you know she was sucking on a lollipop, on all the lollipops Diddy had her sucking on out there? All them lollipops she was sucking on. And it was so bad. And she was having sex with all those men without using a protection. And she broke out down there in her vagina. Her mouth all broke out. Man, can't nobody make you do no more than what you want to do. That girl was on them Uggs. She was turned out. And she was a new age prostitute. There it is. Yeah. He was prostituting that lady. That's what he was doing. He was doing that. And he's a nasty man. He didn't care nothing about her. When a man make you do things like that in such a manner, that man don't give a damn about you, about himself, because he gonna be being the one having intercourse back with you anyway, after all those men dabbing you without a protection. Not only that, they said Diddy had to eat the herpes. I didn't say the H. They said Diddy had the herpes. So Diddy got the herpes. Who all he been messing with got the herpes too? And was he having intercourse with Young Miami? Young Miami, she got to go to court. She got to talk. Man, it's some blood. Look here. It's going to shake the world. My. My question is, was Cassie with Diddy for 11 years? I don't know. I don't know. But Pap, do you remember me saying that they saying that Diddy may have something possibly to do with Michael Jackson and Prince is coming up now on the news? Do you remember we talked about that? And I also remember that we talked about that. I also remember talking about there was one more person. I can't remember who it was. I have to remember who it was. We talked about Tupac. They said that Orlando Brown and Keefer D was together when Tupac got shot. So, and they said, Diddy put that in place. Man, say. And they said they didn't want her husband inside the court because they may need him to testify for something. But my thing is, no, they didn't want that man in court because they see how nasty her ass was. And not only that, I know his family members got to be watching that trial. That's a trial that everybody got their one eye on. I got my one eye on that case. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be sure. So that's why he was in the hospital. That's what happened to Jamie Foxx. Diddy had got all them folks to hurt them people. And maybe they knew too much, don't say something. But yeah, that all that stuff happened. But my thing is, when Jay-Z turn gonna come? They said Jay-Z is over turning evidence over to the popos and the FBI or whoever they turn the information over to. They say he turning stuff in, and Beyonce over there on her little tour doing her little thing. She might just bring it on back to the house because some kind of way she's gonna be implicated too. You ain't been watching it? I've been watching that mess. I've been watching that mess. I've been watching that all these guys coming out saying different things. But my thing is, why did the person let that go on so long? I know they probably was scared or something like that. I understand that. But I want to hear what Whitney Williams say. I want to hear, and they trying to say LeBron James. Now, they say he retired. I don't know if LeBron James retired. But I did hear that Trump told LeBron James, said that he want LeBron James gone off the team. If they didn't get rid of LeBron James, the federal was not going to sponsor them anymore. I don't know what he meant by that, but he said that. I don't know what he meant. What that crazy fool say some stuff like that for, But all I know is, Orange Man got the whole United States in an uproar, besides the African American people, because we've been there. And so right now, he couldn't back a lot of stuff. And do y'all know the federal government, they was making $17.50, I think, or something like that. Donald Trump, the redhead man, not to pay down to $13.30 or $13.50. Yeah, he finna mess with everybody's money. He gonna be in everybody's doggone pocket. Man. You think so? Girl, I heard it today. I heard. And who I heard from, believe it or not, that fool Charleston White, he said Diddy is a fall guy. That's what he's saying. That's what I heard. Then you ain't the first person that said it. Yes, ma'am. I done heard this several times that he just a fall guy. He said he the little man. But look how much dirt he been doing for 20 years to be the little man. You see what I'm saying? And they also gonna bring up that lady named Karen White or something like that. They gonna be going back into her case. She was dating Jay-Z. They gonna go back into her case. So a lot of cases they think we open up all over again. So he done opened a whole bunch of worms up that he gonna have to answer to. But out of everything that go on, that man's not getting out of jail. People talking about free, they got free Diddy shirts on outside the courthouse, and they say they paying people $20 to put a free Diddy shirt on. Now, I'm gonna need more than $20 to put a free Diddy shirt on my body. You hear me? I'm gonna need more than $20. So they saying they giving $20 out. You're gonna go out there and stand outside the courthouse and put a free Diddy shirt on. They giving you a hot $20, which ain't nothing. That ain't no money. $20. Nah, man, you want me to got the basically just to protest for you, really. I'm gonna need more than $20. And they had these free Diddy shirts on. They were black with white letters on, free Diddy. I don't get out of here and talk about some free Diddy. But anyway, I'm fit to go. But anyway, y'all know our motto. PEP motto is each one teach one. My motto is, how the hell you gonna love somebody? You don't love yourself. You got to love yourself before you can do anything. Check out my videos, y'all. Check me out on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X. Man, I'm basically just everywhere. But anyway, how the hell you gonna love somebody? You don't love yourself. And we out. Peace. What am I saying? I need a grand just to put that shirt on. I know that's right, baby. You hear me? That's what I was saying. I'm gonna need about $1,000 or $2,000 to be putting that old dirty shirt on my body. Yeah, I feel the same way you feel, sister. Anyway, we.